Hey guys, how's it going? Komoda here. Welcome to another tutorial by Cymatics. This tutorial is how to humanize your beats with a super easy rack, and I find this most useful for things like percussion and hats and things like that. Obviously, you're going to need the right drums to practice this, so if you haven't already grabbed our Ableton starter pack, make sure to head down to the description of the video where you can grab that for free. Now, I don't want to waste your time, so let's just get going. So we have a really basic hat pattern here. And I don't want things to feel so robotic, I don't want things to feel so stagnant, and I want to show you guys a rack that you can throw on all your hats forever to make it really easy to make them human. So the first thing with hats, when someone's naturally playing hats, is it's never going to be the same volume. You're always going to be hitting it at a different volume. So what we're going to do is we're going to use utility as the first part of this rack, and what we're going to do is we're going to map this volume here, and we're going to set a range of -1 and maybe like +5 dB, no more than that. So what we're going to do is we're going to now record this. Perfect, so that's going to give it a little bit more feel. The next is pitch. You're never going to hit a cymbal in the same spot. It's never going to be exactly the same pitch. It's always going to be a little different. So what we can do is we can use frequency shifter for this next part. So what we're going to do is we're going to map the fine knob here, and we're going to let this go down 10 Hertz, and we're going to let it go up 10 Hertz, and no more than that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. We're going to record that out. Perfect, that's going to give it a bit more feel. The next is time. When you play a hat, you're never going to hit it rock solid on the beat. It's always going to be a little early or a little late. So what we're going to do is we're going to use simple delay for this. Now what you want to do is you want to link both ears so they're completely in sync, and you want to set it to a time value here. I'm going to do something really low, like 3 milliseconds. And what I want to do is I don't want to automate the time because that's going to create really weird phase sounding issues when it's pushing it forward in time. So we're actually just going to map the power button here, the on-off switch, so it's more of a hard on-off. But then what we're going to do is we're going to use this little delay button here to delay the track back 1.5 milliseconds. So now, depending on if it's on or off, it's either going to be early 1.5 milliseconds or it's going to be late 1.5 milliseconds. So we can record that. Perfect, there we go. And the last one is going to be adding a bit more timbre changes to it. No timbre of a cymbal is ever going to be the same every time you hit it. So what you can do is you can actually map out the drive knob here on the distortion to change the timbre over time. Now we don't want it to go way up. We want it to be quite low, like maybe 10% drive. Filter all the way open, and let's just hear what that would sound like. Full wet to here. I liked it at 50%, so that'll be good, and what we'll do is we'll record that now. So let's solo our hat here and see what happened. This was it without. this is it with. Really subtle, but it's going to make a big difference. It feels like the hats just have a bit more push and pull to it as a whole. Everything from the volume and the pitch and it delaying and the timbre, it's just got more feel. Even if it's super subtle and super discreet, it's going to make it more believable, more human, more organic, more natural to the listener than a super straight, stagnant hi-hat. So what I recommend doing is just saving this and calling this your humanizer rack. It's super easy and you can just throw it on every time, quickly macro it out and just record. And you can make any percussion and any hat feel that little bit more human. So there we go, guys. It's that easy. It's a really simple technique, but once you start to apply it, and not even to just drums, you'll notice it just makes things that little bit more human. Now again, if you want samples to put this into practice, head down to the description of this video. We're giving out our free Ableton Starter Pack. It's our biggest free pack yet, so there's really no reason to get it. It's free, it's awesome, it's amazing. And while you're down there, why don't you hit the subscribe button and drop us a like if you like this video. So thanks again, guys. I'm Cymatics, we're Cymatics, and I'll be back soon with another tutorial. Peace.